There we go. He's a wee little baby. Oh my goodness, he's a little baby. Sweet little baby, sweet caffeine. Oh my goodness, yeah. Just sweet little baby bug. There you go. Here you go, buddy. Sweet little baby. Here you go. Oh. Sweet little baby, oh my goodness. Put some Aquafina first, huh? Get this shit going. Whoa. Dork. Little dorky. Yo, I'm getting lit. You want to start a cult? Oh shit. We're getting lit and starting a cult? Where do I start? Where do I join on this? I want on this. Bitmonkey, get out of here. Big Ballard Hazy IPA, dumb blonde beer. Well, I got work in about an hour, so unfortunately I can't partake in that concurrently. But I could do some other stuff, so because who gives a shit about that? Sweet baby. McRib. I don't got work tomorrow at least. I'm thinking at least, like, maybe tomorrow or fucking Tuesday, I'll probably go to Sportsman's, grab a couple of shells for the 12 and, see if, Logan or, like, any of the other dudes want to actually go out, like, Escade away or some shit. Mainly, at least for me, just so I can testify to that. I want to make sure everything's all in proper working order on that bad boy. Because I've been wanting to do it this week, but other shit happened, so I was like, back burner. I'll back burner that bitch. I might at least, like, maybe do a video or two with it. Is it running Lamau? I have somebody who also shoots that has vehicles that can drive, you know, like... Just because his shit ain't running, don't mean I can, like, get my Bob to fucking drive us around or some shit. If anything, he would think it's exciting as fuck, even just to watch us do it. So, I mean, he would be okay with it, okay? Like, honestly, you know, it's just like, I could get my dad to take, like, 2 or 3 of us, and that would be enough. Like, I mean, I'm not saying we get, like, a convoy of fucking people to go out and do some shit, you know? It's like one vehicle, 2 or 3 friends, boom. And depending on if Tyler or Logan have, you know, anything they want to bring, which I doubt it, unless they want to borrow one of their familiars. Because I know Tyler's dad has a lot, and Logan's mom has a few. So it's like, okay, well, if they're okay with it, maybe you can bring those too. But that's up to them. You know, not the friends I'm taking. So. Fucking shitty ass mechanic who is also an illegal dealer and lied about the car in the ad. I'm not surprised. Like, when it comes to car dealing, there's so much black market illegal shit when it comes to that stuff. Like, there's like straight up TV shows about it at this point where it's just like, yeah, there's like illegal street racing, but we have a reality TV show around it, and also there's just like all this other crazy shit, like, you know, fucking shady ass dealers, fucking car salesmen who are probably unironically in bed with the mob. Shit like that, probably. And from my understanding, like, a lot of different car dealerships actually do have, like, mob connections. Like, sleazy, like, shit like that. Like, apparently there is some truth to that. Not entirely, though. And what the fuck is with these lights flickering the last few days? Is my house gonna explode? Is, like, something gonna explode in here? From businesses? Yeah. Usually. This is a dealership, family of shady car people. That's even worse. Because that's not even a front. There's no front of that. And they work in Lako. Oh my god. So they're in a more uppy crusty part of town because essentially, from what it looks like from the understanding of it, it's basically like, well, we can scalp and fuck over people on their cars and shit like that. Just like have like a little side hustle. And we can make money on the top and be somewhat nice and luxurious as we go. Have a nice little property up there, yes, a good view of the lake from this property. Yes. Your dad and your bro had a shitty car business out of your house. That's what it was. Oh my god. Bruh. So just 2-bit. It's not even like, you know, some sophisticated shit. It's just 2-bit shit. I mean, no one said it had to be fucking sophisticated, honestly, okay? It could be, it could be 2-bit dorks like that. Or it could be sophisticated monsters. Yes. Sorry. Little Zukov in his bone. Is SpongeBob the most relatable show? It's the most memeable. Most relatable. For me personally, not like 100%, but I mean, yeah, like there's definitely relatability. At least for me personally, I see myself finding more relation, at least when it comes to like kid shows, with like Ed, Edd n Eddy or like what else? The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Like I actually just was starting to get recommended on YouTube like some like the best of like Mandy and Grim and shit. Specifically those two characters, and I'm like, wow. I relate like almost like ridiculously on par with at least Mandy's personality. Like her personality is almost like just a hardcore, just cynical version of like me in some ways. It's like, what? Courage? Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, especially for that kind of like, you know, just little like small, like kind of, I guess, quote unquote, like small town type of aesthetic where you're just kind of out in the world, country and shit. Yeah, there's a little bit of an aesthetic to that I kind of find relatable. Kind of, I mean, what is with this? What's with the fucking lights flickering? This has been going on for the last few days. What the fuck? What is this? I love Nicktoons, especially Danny Phantom. I started to get a little older by that point. But Teen Titans, at least the original one, not the newer one. Like, the original one is actually fucking amazing. And dark. Like, the original Teen Titans was actually pretty dark, and... Like, I remember some episodes... Like, I remember this one episode, I forgot, like, all the plot about it specifically, but it was kind of, like, I think, a multi-part. Where... it was kind of like a more Raven-focused episode, and there was that one point where she literally, like, stopped time itself. Like, in the middle of, like, some crazy-ass battle or some shit, you know, with everybody. And I think it was, like, you know, they were going to be defeated or some shit, and she was like, you know what? She was like, I'm gonna stop time, and fucking just something. Like, I was just like, damn. Like, where did this power come from? It's just like, I mean, she's kind of, because she's this very kind of quiet, outcast type of character a little bit. And then out of nowhere, she's just like, boom. Just kind of flexes out. And I forgot even the episode name specifically, but for some reason, like, at least some details of that kind of stuck to me a little bit. Like, huh. Twitch just begged me to come back. Well, I wish they'd beg me. Oh yeah, beg you, but not me. Fuck you, Twitch. Ooh, popping all sorts of shit. Well, can I help you? Look at that tail go. Here, I'll give you a little treat. I'll get you a little snack. What's up for your troubles? Up. Up, up, up. You can do it. Oh my god, this is freak. Touche gives you giving me free subs and a bunch of streamers I liked while I was there. Yeah, I mean, I think because the free subs is when people can gift subs to people and shit like that. I mean, at least when it comes to the more stream-specific elements of, like, content creation and shit, Twitch is definitely a lot more friendly with that. Hannah Reloaded, even if she's been SJW for my taste. Oh, Hannah? Oh, like Hannah and Jake and shit? Yeah. I mean, I'll watch them sometimes, but, yeah, they're not really, like, you know, my forte of content specifically. I like Jake every now and then. I will admit to watching him a little more than Hannah. But either way. I know there's I think it was Dragon Force. I think one of the guitar members of Dragon Force, or it was that or another band. But they have their own like little fucking streaming service, or not service, but their own streaming channel there too, where they'll actually like record music or just like jam or do different shit like that. I'll watch Herman Lee, I think it was his name. Pretty sure he's a Dragon Force guitarist, if I remember correctly. Oh my god. You and your bruh. Bruh. Why? Just gonna put my paw on his head. So he likes it. Yeah, see how you like it? That's what I thought. Just giving me the stare. Yeah. I got a little ball right over here for you, bud. And your bone that you still, like, you're never going to be able to get through this. He doesn't even want the ball, he's looking at this. You can't even, like, break it down or nothing yet. Well, that's pathetic. Where's the struggle? Where was the... What was that? Where's the determination? Oh. I've been getting back into Dragon Quest recently. Billy the Fridge can carry a show. I enjoy some of the recurring characters like Trumpster Bob. Oh, I saw the Humanist Report, the Drunken Peasants, because Humanist Report was live streaming that on his channel, and it was actually the first time I was watching Drunken Peasants in years, and honestly, that show, at least specifically, was actually fairly good. So it seems like, over the years, they've kind of have re-established kind of a vibe a little bit, mainly because of Billy, I think. Billy the Fridge has an epic stage name. Dude, he's a rapper. Okay, we gotta whip up some Billy the Fridge. We gotta show him a music video. We gotta show him a Billy the Fridge music video, dude. Oh, dude, he's gonna love this one. Okay, we gotta, like, pull the cam up, everything, dude. We gotta show this one, because this one's legit. Okay, here we go. No! Full screen, bitch. But rip, this is Billy. This is actually Billy from a few years ago. He's actually lost a lot of weight since then, so he's not as big as he used to. Capitol Hill, yes sir, just Bill. It's the only Bill. Yes, I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. What? For just a bill, I can cop a little and roll it up. They say Seattle gotta chill, I think we're cold as fuck. You want some more? Buy a coffee, hold a cup, go back to where you came from. Tell them that you roll the tuck. My posse stays on Broadway, you can find them off a bike. We got hobos, soldiers on a bike. You got gigs, I think we got what you like. There's no real smoke, stick a finger in a dike. We're the two people, love the people, leave alone. Hit up Molly Moons, even goons, how to eat a gold. Just be Jimmy Soul, you can do as he don't. I'm the type to pick a fight with Phoenix Jones to eat his bones. These raps are just too good. I mean, Billy's actually a legit, really good fucking artist. His flow's good, licks are good. Someone crack me open another beer. I would. I'll smoke a bowl for you.
My city's guilty, for that we're guilty every day. We got the baddest bitches, Manda Knox and Mary Kay. Legalize it, the
Mary J to Mary Kay. I don't give a fuck. Leave it up as a Harry. Hey, dude, yes, we the best, yes. Fuck them if you hate, elevate them, fuck the rest. I love that shit, that's just too hard.
In a bulletproof vest, yeah. We don't like you, we would like to fight you.
As a social life, there's a window you could fly through. You can be close, I wouldn't try to. You're with the white dudes. Did you watch it? Yeah, of course. So TJ broke his sanity. It was great. I like it goes to 7-Eleven and just like shows off his fucking like donut chain to this dude. Makes it a part of the video.
Sitting at the blue moon, sipping on a blue moon, burger in my belly, now they tell me I should shoot food. I fucking do you,
You too, but the next to be too soon. What did you do? Need it up, we don't know. It's the body, period, heavy flow. Going to man, that doesn't go. Doesn't say you do, yeah, see it, that's it, bro. Got to get so you'll get a dick. You swim, never mega mix. One girl, this great, that's like chicks. Single to the hell, yeah, yeah, you need a bag of dicks. I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, shit, the Bengals are close. My friend won a ton of money if they win. Or wins a ton of money. Oh yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Sunday Night Football. Yes. The one thing all Americans, aside from church, that they give a fuck about on Sunday. Yes. We must go to church on 11, and then go to the store, get all your essentials, and get ready for the game. American tradition. The essential needs are basically nothing but pizzas and 24 packs of Bud Lights. maybe some Doritos. My friend talked about definitely needs to go into church, Lamau. Well, I'm saying the American tradition. I don't like. I'm not saying your friend is like. Oh my God. I'm saying what the old American tradition is on a good old Sunday. You know what a lot of Americans are doing this day. Like, I mean, I guarantee you, like, it's actually busier than fucking balls right now at work. Like, just because, you know, like, people are wanting to, like, hook up their snacks and all that shit, you know, like, before they miss all the crazy shit for the game. Well, I guess if there's a game going on right now, then people probably aren't going at the moment. But give it like an hour or two, it's gonna pick up. Right when I show up. Great. I show up within the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's gonna get busy again. Fuck me. What the fuck is this? Hassan reacts to Ben Shapiro owning kids in the marketplace of ideas. Kids? Wait. Is he actually? Oh my God. He's in a fucking classroom of kids, actually. Like, oh my God. First Matt Walsh and now Ben Shapiro. You can't be serious. This is real. What is this timeline? What is our life? What is existence? Ben Shapiro is trying to indoctrinate children in a fucking elementary school, my dude. Matt Walsh couldn't even do it. Like, half the kids weren't even paying attention. And he was trying to, oh my God. He'd totally be a slave owner if it were legal. Oh. Oh my God, owning. Oh wow. Oh my God. Okay, that's good. Edgy but good. Oh my God. Oof, but a good one. This is so quiet.
Oh, now that I've met him, maybe.
Wait. Oh my God, it's so quiet.
Yay.
I've seen my mom look at him on Facebook. She said he was a very smart guy.
You can hear?
Oh no. His mom was watching him on Facebook, so this kid's already familiar with Ben, dude. This kid's already familiar with fucking Ben Shapiro. Oh, man. Is it weird that when my dog barks, I bark at it? Or bark back at him? I mean, I don't think it's weird. I try to get my dog to bark sometimes. Can you smoke weed? I'll answer that question for you without actually, you know, saying anything. Hold on. Yep. The lungs are functional. Diaphragm is all in working condition. I can indeed smoke weed. Who's this boomer ass bitch? The kids? Apparently, okay, so I guess the dude says to this kid, is he smart? So let's see what this kid says.
Maybe.
Freedom.
Maybe.
Okay, freedom.
Definition?
Oh yeah, give me the definition. Go for it.
America.
Definition of freedom in America. Okay, that's actually okay. I kind of like that.
Okay, so all right, we're off to a great start. He's like, see, kids, here's a piece of paper that says freedom. Y'all know what freedom is? And some kid's like, America. And he's just like, yeah, that's right. It's like, it is. That's a good definition.
America. Okay, so
America.
freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want. Freedom is the ability to make good choices.
Unless you're a Republican, in which case, like, freedom is the ability to do whatever you want. And
So like, freedom isn't the ability to do whatever you want, like smoke weed. But you have the freedom to basically Like, oh my god, it's just like, I like, we're really off to a great start, aren't we? It's like, I mean, sure, yeah, I guess freedom isn't necessarily like you literally could do whatever you want. I mean, because that is a paradox, because then that could inhibit other people's freedoms, because if you have the freedom to just kill somebody, that inhibits the person, freedoms of the person you're killing. So, there's, you know, within reason, you know, to it, obviously, you know, but, like, because of that, though, there should be at least a little bit more nuance than just, like, yeah, it's just as simple as, like, oh, you can't just do whatever you want. It's like, well, what does this entitle? I mean, we're talking to kids here, Ben. Like, I mean, you gotta be a little bit more than just, like, you know, just like, oh, hey, you know, it actually isn't, you know, freedom, because you can't just do whatever you want. It's like, okay, well, you should probably explain to those kids then. Like, you know, like, because here's how you can do it for, like, a bunch of kids. Like, hey, does anyone here know what freedom is? And the kids are either like, no, or just say some vague-ass answer like, America, or whatever the hell. It's just like, okay, well, it's like, sure, you know, there's, you know, some stuff about America that can be free. You can say, you know, whatever you, whatever you want within reason, but at the same time, people can say whatever you want right back at you. And sometimes those things might even be hurtful, too. You know, it's like, you might say a hurtful thing, but some people might see that and say hurtful things back at you. And then, you know, at the same time, you can be like, well, you know, freedom doesn't necessarily mean you can look at Jim over there and, you know, take his lunchbox. I mean, because that isn't, you know, freedom for Jim. Because Jim will have the freedom to have his lunchbox and have his food or whatever the fuck. It's just like, you know, like, you can explain it, you know, to these kids where it's like, hey, you know, like, freedom isn't literally doing whatever you want. It's like, you know, there's things of like, hey, you know, it's within reason. But of course, Ben isn't going to explain it like that because he's kind of an idiot. Watch him lose and all that money gone. He wins thousands if the 49ers win, and still gets a good sum with just the Bengals winning. I need to start, okay, should I get into football just so I can place bets on it? Because, because just knowing all my friends and are into it, and just me not giving a fuck, I could just kind of go on their shit and be like, alright, I'll hit some bets on this way and that way and shit like that. Just based on what my friends say about it. Because, goddamn, 1,000? Fuck.
You're a Republican, where you...
Jesus, we're probably going to be doing this, like, quieting it and maxing the volume on this a lot.
You get extra liberties when you're a Republican to be able to, I don't know, manage the government. Despite holding on to like 30% of the fucking voter base of the Republican Party, you can get the Republican Party to act out on your ridiculous desires, even if 75% of the country.
I want to bet on the real shit.
Abortion, especially in the first trimester, should be a constitutionally protected right. One that would even be considered a super precedent.
Like, this isn't common. Roski bets on underdogs and lucked out big time.
Of course, as long as you're fucking evangelical, that means you have extra rights.
Well,
kids.
Then we had Bengals versus 49ers lol.
You have those payoffs. A lot of people think that freedom is you get to do what you want. So if you want to run into a tree, that's freedom. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't eat people. Like that, you don't have freedom to eat people. Cannibalism.
Wait, so a kid just went to cannibalism. Okay, hold on. Alright, okay, that's just complex as fuck. I mean, I guess on a general level, yes, no, you shouldn't eat people. But there's been plenty of cases where there could be exceptionary or scenarios where you might honestly not have much of a fucking choice if you want to live. Like, there's been the football/soccer team that crashed in the Alps, or I'm pretty sure it was the Alps, and they had to, well, I mean, they, like a lot of survivors were looking around like, we're gonna die if we don't eat anything. And they saw the other, you know, dead, you know, like, victims of the crash, and are like, well, you know, it's like, well, I guess God forgive me, but I need to eat, you know, like, because one of them was, there's actually a quote by one of them who was religious, where it's like, look, I've prayed to God about this shit, and it's like, look, I think God can understand that we need to eat and we need to live. Like, look, let's eat these people, like, seriously. Like, I mean, it's not, like, he was pretty much, like, along that lines of, like, look, you know, I think God don't give a shit if we eat people here. You know, and there's the fucking, Donner Pass, you know, there's all sorts of shit. So, it's just like, I mean, you know, in very, like, rare survival cases, there might be an understanding as, like, okay, maybe, like, we need to, like, survive here. But on a general level, it's like, no, don't. Like, I mean, if you're comfy, got all your needs and shit, there's literally no reason for it. I mean, that's why it's usually seen in very rare examples in survivor cases, or very rare elements of people who have, you know, some form of mental disability, like that infamous Japanese cannibal who's walking free, by the way, because you know, because he killed a Parisian university student and ate some of her. And it's just like, what? I mean, that shit's kind of fucking, you know, like, just like, huh? Like, what the, because he just literally wanted to do it, and that was it. From what I understand, he wouldn't mind doing it again, from what he said in the past. And I think he's still alive. So, you know, he's walking free because the Japanese government's like, well, this happened in France, so, eh. And that was pretty much like how it was. It's like, well, this happened in France, so whatever. Eh. He gets to walk free here.
His freedom is running into a tree. Yeah, freedom is when the Ford Pinto could get like.
Which honestly, in that case, that person had his freedoms. Like that, you know, the Japanese citizen who did that. You know, he legit had the freedom to straight up fucking, like, eat somebody and get away with it. So hypothetically, you do have the freedom to do that. All I heard is something about France. Well, because one of the kids straight up is like, you know, because of this whole freedom thing that he's talking to Ben and shit, straight up, like, cannibalism came up as a fucking thing one of the kids brought up. And, you know, it's just like, wait, there's a lot of, you know, there's actually, you know, some complexity with that. While I think, and obviously, like, merited fucking, you know, right, just society and shit, like, I mean, that wouldn't be the case. Like, no, you don't got the freedom to fucking just eat people. I mean, unless, I guess, it's like a binary fucking, like, contracted consensual thing, I suppose. But even then, like, I guess there's some, like, that's like, there's some boundary pushes there that I might not even necessarily be comfortable with. Because, like, I get, like, while both parties would be consenting to that, it's like, should that just, like, should, like, you know, it's like, it's more, at that point, it's more of like, should, if all consenting, should it even be allowed in the first place, you know, with or without the consent? It's like, there's some boundary pushes there. At least in kind of like a just right society when it comes to this issue.
Car fix.
In very rare, like, survival situations where you have to fucking eat and there's nothing around and you're going to die, then it's just like, I mean, that's like the only example I could think it's merited or justified.
No. You make that own choice to buy the Ford Pinto knowing full well that it'll explode. It has the capacity to explode. That's freedom. Indoctrinate these kids, bro. Do it.
Yeah, that's called cannibalism.
My mom and dad told me I was gonna meet Ben Shapiro.
And did you know who he was?
Nope.
Government. Okay.
Well, you were an enlightened child where you're blissed out of pure ignorance, but unfortunately, this was the day that you lost that. That child lost his innocence this day. He was exposed to Ben Shapiro.
About government. Go for it.
I don't.
Wait, so, oh no. He's like, here's a piece of paper that says government. Oh no. I already know what he's gonna do. He's like, okay, it looked like a kid raised his hand, and then he just didn't even answer because he's stumped out. So now Ben is gonna give like some bullshit answer, I bet. Like, let's see.
And gives you very little in return.
That is not true.
Okay, that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of,
Wait.
Who has an idea about government? Go for it.
I don't.
Government is what takes all of your money and gives you very little in return.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No, what? It's when it takes a lot of your money and gives little in return? Yeah, okay, maybe in America, because America sucks, but it's not because of the inherency of the government, you know, it's because of variables that fucking corrupt it. I mean, like, what? Like, the money interest, the fucking, like, and I like how this kid also is like, that's not true. Like, immediately, like, right off the bat was just like, that's not true. Like, immediately. It's the same kid that already is familiar with Ben Shapiro. He's already clapping back. Oh my, so, dude, this kid in the red shirt is actually pretty smart. I love this kid. I like that kid. Like, he's like, I kind of know Ben. Is he smart? Maybe. It's like, and then he's like, government's where they take your money and give you pretty much nothing. And kid's like, no. I love this. I love this kid. Oh my god. Ben, get clapped. Get clapped by a kid. Oh my god. I love it. When when a fucking child can do it, you know you know your ideas suck. When a child can clap back with just a simple, basically, no. just basically. Like, oh my god.
That's kind. I mean, it's kind of true. It depends on the kind of government.
Oh, now he has to walk back. It's like, it's kind of true, actually. Oh my god, wow. Kind of true? Oh, so you give a definition, but now you're just like, oh, it's not actually totally true. It kind of is. Oh my god, I can't even take this seriously. This is too funny. Dude, he's getting fucked by a kid. He's getting clapped by a kid. I mean, like, I don't expect a kid to be like, you know, governments when, you know, it's like you know, you have a state where, you know, you have, you know, like taxes collectively go into public needs such as, like, you know, roads, infrastructure, etc., you know, for the public society and shit, when it comes to basic needs that everyone needs. I mean, hence their basic needs. You know, so it's just like, I mean, and that's... Zukov! What the fuck? Zukov! Why did you do that? Are you... What the... You terrorists! Why? Why? Why did you do this? What is wrong with you? Why? Really? Really? Is this your way of getting attention? I'm gonna bonk you on the head with this. Get bonked. Get over here. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, you psycho? Fucking nut? Where was I? Oh my Jesus fucking God. Oh my God. Your tail's in your food. Do you have any manners? Do you have any, like, decency? Have you no decency, sir? Little anarchist? I mean, I'm teaching. Don't you dare! That. Sniffing at it. I think you're gonna do it again. Oh my god. If you're gonna be an anarchist, do that outside. Well, ass plus flute equal bass. That is true. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was, like, specifically saying. I know it's about, like, I know it's about the gubs. I know it's about that.
Taxes are for, but taxes are theft, children. The reality.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's all about taxing. Okay, I kind of remember a little bit, but we'll just keep going. But, like, like, honestly, I guess to a certain degree and to a certain extent, it is, but it's, but it isn't. Like, it really only is if there isn't an actual return and given back, you know, to the general public good when it comes to those taxes being used. So if those taxes are basically being used to be handouts and golden parachutes for fucking mega corporations, Wall Street bankers, hedge funders, etc., then yeah, it is fucking theft. And when you have, like, you know, like half your fucking budget going into the military while you know, domestically shit's crumbling and shit, yeah, that's theft. As far as I'm fucking concerned. But when it comes to things like healthcare or like public utilities or roads, you know, various different other infrastructure works, energy, telecommunications, these things, Having taxes go into shit like that, or like environmental protections, regulating, you know, these big businesses and shit like that, that's not fucking theft. In fact, it's quite the opposite. If anything, you know, having those type of things isn't, you know, theft, but actually ways and investments into prosperity and opportunities, you know, for people, you know, due to the investments into the public good. That's why other countries that actually, I don't know, invest their taxes properly to their fucking people domestically, like in modern Europe and shit, actually fare way fucking better, even if they are, like, you know, struggling in one way, shape, or form, you know, in comparison to the US. It's like, huh. And that's even with their fucking faults. Like, I mean, you got, like, Canada, and they got their fucking faults and shit, but they fare way better than us. You got, like, the UK, France, and all these other fucking countries, and they fare better than us and shit. Like, even places like in fucking Italy where they got, like, financial issues and shit. Where they're, like, you know, like, in economic depressions and stuff, too. Like, even they and other metrics, despite that, are doing better than us. I'll say even fucking Greece. And I know they're in, like, pretty much basically the fucking boot of the EU and shit. Basically carrying the back of all the other financial burdens and shit, you know, and all that, and they're basically economically depressed and other shit because of that shit, and their cops are fucking terrible and all this other shit, but, like, fuck. At least they got infrastructure, at least they got healthcare, at least they got, you know, education and other shit that we don't. At least their taxes still, you know, are invested back in their fucking people. So just with that alone, they're better than us. Greece,
so that
like fucking even the, you know, these random ass like little like Balkan states and all these other fucking little countries and shit, like Croatia, Slovenia, and all these other tiny little nations that like no one gives a fuck about.
Hurt each other, so that people don't murder each other. Right, so people don't eat people. That's right. You do need a government to prevent people from eating people. The Constitution. Who knows something about the Constitution? Anybody heard of the Constitution? Anybody heard of the Constitution?
Oh my God, now we're going on the Constitution. I mean, like, okay, Ben, these kids aren't in U.S. history yet. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll get to the Constitution when they start learning about that. Like, what are these kids in? Like, fucking 3rd grade? Like, I think they're gonna start learning about that probably within, like, the next year or two. Like, I started learning about this shit around, like, 4th or 5th grade. Like, these kids are probably just around the corner from this shit. It's like I don't think they need Shapiro starting to open them up to this. Like, what? It's like, what's the Constitution? What defines that? It's like, are we serious, Ben? And also, like, Ben, you also realize there's multiple different constitutions. Like, legit. Like, other countries have constitutions. Like, the US ain't the only one. So, you know, I get, you know, so overall there is a definition to what a constitution is when it comes to, like, you know, state and government, because, of course, other countries have it. And it's basically just like a preamble and just a federalization of, you know, of the state, basically. You know, where it's just like, of the laws, where it's like, hey, you know, here's the set laws of the land. And, you know, it's like, you know, from, at least for U.S. case, you know, you got the amendments where you got, like, freedom of expression, religion, association of press, etc., etc., you know, and, you know, so on and so forth, you know, with the other amendments and shit, you know, like, amongst, you know, the Bill of Rights and various different things that are, you know, all within, you know, the Constitution and shit. Well, actually, the Bill of Rights is a separate thing, but nonetheless, it's just like, it's, you know, part of, like, you know, the broader, like, governmental laws of the land that, you know, include the laws, you know, of what the government can do and also what, you know, the people could do, amongst other things, and everything in between.
Okay, so the Constitution. Okay, the Constitution is the document that lays out the list of rules for what the government can do and what the government cannot do. So the Declaration.
I mean, it's not just that, but, I mean, okay. And also, by the way, Ben, it was made on hemp paper. Just wanted to give you that fun little information.
1976.
I want Nick Fuentes to admit his love for Catboys. I think he just... I don't think he admits it. I think he just does.
Country, right as the founding fathers are founding the country. In the Revolutionary War, we fought a war against Great Britain in 1776.
Okay, maybe you do know a lot.
What was that?
Okay, maybe you do know a lot. And talk fast.
Yeah, I do talk fast.
Yeah, dude, 6-year-olds
Oh my god, even the kid was like, he talked fast.
fucking find him to be intelligent. Real slam dunk here, dude.
But you guys,
I mean, not exactly. One of the kids was clapping back on him.
Bob, you're young.
I do run pretty fast.
I'm sure you do.
Run very fast.
Let me tell you, I don't worry about talking too fast with kids because my kids wipe me out. My kids tire me out. Okay, the president.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Who knows who the
Biden.
president is right now?
Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
That's right.
Unfortunately, Joe Biden.
Wait. What kid said that? What kid was saying unfortunately? What? How do they know, like, the fortunes or the unfortunes of, like, what? Oh my god, man. You can kind of hear some of the, like, politics of their parents in some of these kids. At least the ones that are being vocal. I guess the ones that they, you know, show. Pressing kids' needs skill for banging single moms. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're going to be hanging out with some, you know, single mom milfs and shit, you know, like some hot ass single moms, you know, it's just like, and they're out there looking around, you know, it's just like, well, hey, you got to learn how to, you know, you want to make sure their kids like you, yeah. Like, I mean, that's important. You know, if your kid doesn't, if their kid doesn't like you and they think you are weird or something, then shit ain't gonna, you know, ain't gonna vibe. You know, like if the kid likes you off the bat, that's a good start. That was a joke, you too. Honestly, I'm taking it as, like, you know, legit good, you know, merited advice. Honestly, like I'm throwing a positive spin on it. Okay, I'm throwing a positive spin on it because, yeah, you know what? There are single moms out there that want to fuck. They're out there. They're looking to mingle and shit. You know, not all single moms out there, of course, but, you know, they're out there. You know, of course. You know, like what? You don't think single moms are out there looking to have, you know, little fun stuff? Fuck you. What the hell who do you think you are? It's like not every single mom, but yeah, you know, there's some out there, of course. You know, like what? Like what? It's like, you think you're weird? Weirdo. I mean, it's just like, you know, they're out there, and you want to make sure that those kids like you. I mean, if her kid doesn't like you, usually that's straight up, like, the first sign to know, especially to that mom, that, like, bad vibes. I mean, usually. Like, because that mom's gonna look at the kid, be like, do you like him? And they're gonna be like, no. Or whatever the fuck. And then it's like, oh, well, okay. That's usually a sign. So, you definitely don't want that. I mean, you know, so if you're someone who doesn't mind, you know, having that extra responsibility of caring for a kid, I don't know why, but if that's what you want, then there you go, bada bing, bada boom. You know, I mean, they're out there too. Click here for MILFs in your area. Oh my god. I love and hate those at the same time, because, you know, they're so fake.
Unfortunately, Joe Biden.
Yeah, unfortunately, Joe Biden. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Trump, he is the best. He was better.
You were all essentially fetuses when he was elected president, so, like y'all are gonna fucking know.
Insult the president because he will come and attack you.
Whoa!
Yeah, he's way off base stuff.
Taxes. Okay, do you guys like...
Wait, what did he say?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's way off base stuff.
Kid's like, yeah, he's way off base about stuff. Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
He's way off base about that. Yo, this kid's base, dude. Look at these juicers, dude. This is why I talk to XQC about politics, okay? There's one juicer in there who's like, yeah, no, fuck this shit, okay? Ben Shapiro.
Dude, honestly, two of them are like that. One of them was like, you know, clapping at him, and this kid's clapping at him. Bro, dude, these old, like, base-ass little juicers, dude. I love it.
Oh, man. Or maybe he's talking about the other kid, but I'm gonna imagine that he's talking about Ben Shapiro, because that's funnier for me, okay? In my head canon.
Okay, do you guys like taxes?
Taxes are fees that you have to pay for your houses.
Well, yeah, it's not, there is...
And air conditioning and solar.
Right, you have to pay taxes on, like, everything.
Yeah,
Like, everything.
Oh my god, like everything, like literally everything. Oh my god, man, he's sounding like a fucking Valley girl because he is. He's fucking Cali fucking Valley boy. A little fucking Valley boy from fucking California, and he, oh my god, it's coming out so hard right now. Holy shit. Oh man, the urge to fucking make fun of his like femboyish twink ass fucking Valley boy nature. Holy shit. Oh. Surely this counts as child abuse. To who? Ben or the kids? Unless you're rich, you can avoid your taxes. Yeah, basically. And honestly, it's just like, we already kind of went through it, but yeah, like, I mean, taxes are basically just like, you know, the contribution to the, you know, state that, you know, goes back into public goods and services. At least on a very general level, but obviously, do governments do that? You know, not always, and especially the American government. So it's just like, I mean, this doesn't, like, I mean, while, you know, on a general definition level, like, you know, that might be the case, it's like, I mean, that doesn't necessarily always ring true when it comes to the execution of it. So, it, you know, because honestly, those, you know, public goods and services could just be going into the fucking public goods and services of the rich fucks down in the country, but no one else. So, you know, it's just like, it could be very hyper-selective where, I mean, where it's essentially where you have like a corporate oligarchical corporatocracy, where it's just like, you know, you have, you know, the top like 1% essentially, or at least like top 10% have, you know, socialism for thee, but not for me. Because they can pay for it.
Income in Florida, because Florida's amazing. Right, so taxes are, the government takes a part of the money that you spend, or the money that you earn, or the property value of your house.
On useless stuff about debt.
Mostly, yes. I mean, they're supposed to spend it on things like the police. They're not supposed to spend it
on things like the police and the military. Yeah, let's just not, you know, mention things like roads or education or like the school that these fucking kids happen to be in. You know, things like that. Let's not mention that shit. Let's just mention things like pigs and fucking, you know, militarized thugs and shit, you know, that enact law and order. Yeah, let's just, you know, man, you gotta get the indoctrination in early, you know what I mean?
Projects or silly things that they have in their head, and they tend to spend it on kind of silly things very often, but...
Yeah,
like bailouts for the fucking rich. You know, like juicing up the fucking military budget every goddamn year. Like, I mean, you know, like... yeah, there's definitely some useless shit that gets spent on by the government. I mean, every government, you know, can have, you know, a case for this, honestly. And I think, honestly, no matter what, you know, you're going to have a case where there's going to be some of the budget or some of the spending that will just be quote-unquote waste because, you know, for various different reasons. I mean, but... you know, can that be something that's managed or something that, you know, could be minimalized? I mean, yeah, but I mean, you might not be able to necessarily get rid of all of it because honestly, you know, you can't necessarily, you know, get every little fucking penny of, you know, your federal budget spent. Like, you know, you might, you know, be, you know, get approximate, you know, a little over or under, give or take, you know, but you're never going to get like the exact amount of your budget used. So, you know, there will always be, you know, a form of government waste that happens and shit. I mean, that's just kind of par for the course. That's just kind of the reality of it. You can minimize it and, you know, manage it, you know, like I said, but, you know. Got to waste taxpayer dollars on that government-sanctioned KKK. I mean, honestly, I bet, like, there are some KKK chapters that do get sanctioned by their local county governments or their state governments and shit. I honestly wouldn't put it past me.
I don't know, defending the nation-state project that Israel has, or giving them, you know, billions and billions of dollars for the Iron Dome, like that. Would Ben Shapiro consider that to be a silly project? No, he would not. He would say that's actually the most important thing that you can spend money on.
Honestly, literally any and all taxpayer dollars that go into Israel is literally good investments to him. So, like, I mean, that's just who he is. Like, I mean, there ain't no, you know, beating around the bush about that shit. Mark Kruger, neo-Nazi cop, PPP refused to fire. Yep. Wasn't it Kramer as well, like Officer Kramer or some shit, who was also a neo-Nazi? There's a few of them, honestly. Go figure. I mean, the PPB is legit, like, harbors fucking Nazis and people that will straight up, like, just, that will just straight up fucking, advocate literal, like, brutality on, protesters and shit like that. Like, they would post memes and share memes and training specifically as well when it comes to this type of shit. Like, the PPB are just fucking scummy as fuck. Wait, huh? Yeah, but I never got an update on it. Huh? Yeah, she got the, she was gonna get the results the next day, but I don't know what the updates were actually. I mean, Kramer probably is, but there's only evidence that he's violent, not that he's a Nazi. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. There's actual hard evidence that Kruger is a Nazi. I mean, if he is, then chances are that a lot of them are too. Around here a couple years ago, they caught a few cops offering sex to get out tickets, and they were doing this to underage girls too. I'm not shocked. Color me fucking shocked. It's like, oh hey, it's like it's like let's, have laws and criminalizations and penalties against pedophiles. But since we're the harbingers and the judge, jury, and executioners of these laws, let's actually just kind of skirt under the rug and actually let pedophiles kind of come into our organization and come into our wing, and they can get away with their actions. All they have to do is just say the pressure and forcibly coerce people into it by saying you'll give them tickets or send them to jail, unless they all got banned from the same mall. They were never fired and are still on the force last I checked a year ago. Oh my god. Fuck cops.
Silly project when it's like
Rite of Passage for the good old boys.
It's only a silly project when
now the Rite of Passage is just where they go to a pig farm and they breed every fucking sow that's in that fucking barn. They go one at a time, they are not allowed to fucking join the force unless they get every sow, every single one of them.
Sure. Okay. Oh yeah. You think we should build bridges in Pittsburgh? How about you build a bridge and get over it? You silly goose.
As you get older, you will realize how little you like taxes. Taxes are very, very annoying. Alrighty.
I already think they're oh my god, dude. These kids already read the fucking the conservative kids books, bro.
The conservative kids books.
Quantitative easing. What? Wow, who put this one in here? Alright, are we really gonna do this? We could do this. Okay.
What the fuck? Quantitative easing? Why is he teaching this to kids?
Yeah, I know, I'm with you. The reason that they're laughing is because this is super duper complicated. You know what a dollar is, right? Y'all just use dollars before. How about Monopoly money? Have you guys ever played Monopoly? Right? Okay.
Mom and Dad in it.
If you guys went to the store with Monopoly money, could you buy anything?
No.
No, you couldn't. Why not? Because it's not real money. There is an agency of the...
I mean, neither is real money.
The federal government is called the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve controls how many dollars are out there. If they just print a bunch of dollars and then they just give you those dollars, it turns out they didn't make you rich. All that happened is that your dollar now doesn't buy as many things. If the Federal Reserve just makes $1,000 and gives it to you and gives it to everybody, you can't buy an ice cream bar with $1 anymore. Now the ice cream bar is going to cost like $1,000. Okay?
What? If you give everyone $1,000, an ice cream won't cost $1 anymore. It will cost $1,000. What? He's not even like defining it right. He's just straight up like not even like he's not even giving a good example at all. Like what? I'm 6 years old and taxes are terrible. Why the fuck am I at school when I could be working for $1 at my dad's sweatshop? Yeah, it's just like, fuck taxes, man, because I could totally fucking, just be working in the goddamn coal mines that my, poppy, has been working with, for years on end and shit. take care, of his shifts and work in his place, and whenever he can't necessarily go in that day. You know what I mean? It's like, give me a fucking break. A drunk guy fucks up explaining economics.
Can you explain to me
What? So why has like inflation been way stagnant in comparison to fucking how much quantitative easing has happened over the course of the past like fucking 10 to 20 years? What the fuck? Ice cream should be $1,000. Why is it not $1,000?
Why not?
You haven't tried to buy ice cream recently, have you? Yeah, no, I'm so out of touch, dude. That's why I think ice cream is only like fucking $5, you know? How stupid of me.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, last time I bought some ice cream, it cost me, just for one single cone, it cost me $300. Fuck, man. It's like, man, it's like, it wasn't even like, 3 years ago where it felt like you could buy it for, for $1. Or $1.50, or maybe like $2.50 or something like that, you know what I mean? But it's like, now it's like $350 fucking dollars or some shit. It's like, man, just for one cone? Like, fuck, man. It's quantitative easing shit, man. It's like, this inflation, all these wage stuff that I don't stay the same, but this, this quantitative. Like, oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. Holy shit, like, I mean, it's just like, yo, I mean, like, if it's like, hey, you give people like a bunch of money, but quantitative easing basically means that everything's value's jacked up or some shit. How come inflation is the one doing that and shit? And how come, fucking wages and, productivity aren't tied to that to keep up with it? Well, there just happen to be so much wealth income inequality. Last time I bought ice cream was $4.86, and that was the good shit. I mean, I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I did buy some ice cream recently, and it was $4.99 for a box of 4 strawberry ice cream sandwich bars, which are in that freezer over there.
You haven't realized that it's actually $1,000 now.
the concept of quantitative easing? Go.
I forgot.
So guys,
I just don't think you knew, kid. It's okay.
you just learned more than you will in all of college about how the government works. So
What? No, you didn't teach him shit, Ben. You didn't do anything.
I frequently get asked is, how do I talk to my own children about conservative values and the things
You don't, you don't.
that matter? And my answer is Conservakids. Conservakids brings you books like Home of the Brave, for
The shitty ice cream sandwich right now. No. Because I would puke right now. We're analyzing that. Look at this oh my god. They took an old ass fucking pro-labor fucking propaganda piece and a pro-woman piece, and it's just like, yep, this conservatism right here, my dude. That's conservatism in a nutshell, brother. Like, oh my. I really need more beer. Just, oh my god. Oh my god.
they discuss things like American values and American history. They're beautiful.
Oh my god. Am I able to keep going? I don't know if I can keep going. Oh my god. I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna push through.
This is literally a hashtag ad. Sometimes being brave means signing your name. Here are the men of the American Revolution. We call them our founding fathers. They owned slaves, and they actually thought that was poggers. The king was a big bully named George III. Our founders had to be brave to win their independence from the
literally, like, the only, and this is including the faults, the only base founding father was Ben Franklin, dude, honestly. He was a notorious ass troll, kind of a man whore. So all in all, I kind of appreciate Ben a little bit. You know, but you know, he also has some of his faults too a little bit. I mean, being a man whore, he also was kind of a womanizer too. You know, to boot. You know, so you know, amongst other things. So it's like, you know, still, I mean, and then you know, there was also, I mean, like, at least with Washington, from my understanding, like, the slaves that he owned were inherited from his brother, and he didn't even want them. He was just kind of stuck with them, and then he was like, well, alright. And then, you know, when it came to owning them, he didn't really have, like, actual, like, yeah, I'm gonna treat them good or whatever, like, because he didn't want them in the first place, so he didn't really give a shit about it. So, you know, it's like, Plus, he could have made America a monarchy as well, so yeah, he didn't do that either. But yeah, it's kind of just basically saying you're not as shitty as you could have been. At least Ben Franklin's, I could look at him and be like, you're actually kind of cool. Zach Taylor or something like that. Oh, the possible Zachary Taylor. I don't know. I actually am not too sure if there was of an actual possible socialist, but you've piqued my interest though. I can see if it's Zachary Taylor because he was actually one of our presidents, I believe. President Taylor, I think. I'm pretty sure he was a president, like one of the first 5 or 10, I think. What was his name? I'm pretty sure it was Zachary Taylor. I know it's like Zachary something. Or at least Taylor, like, something like that. Pretty sure that's his name. Sit up. Come here, buddy. Jib Bob Billy Boy. Yep, that's it.
They were
Really
courageous.
and they have value.
Today, okay, we already saw this one.
And American history.
Today we live in the nation they founded, the United States of
They're
America.
beautifully illustrated, they're really well written, and they have values that you can feel comfortable sharing with your children, which is the most important thing. There's so many forces out there that are seeking to twist what kids think. There's so many people
What? Yeah, like you?
out there who want your...
Wait, but he's literally doing that. Like,
Yeah, he's literally doing that. What the fuck? Oh my god.
he's doing that right now. He's like, there's so many people that are twisting how kids think. There's so many people who are twisting how fucking kids think. Okay? Which is why we need to twist them into how, we think. That is better.
your kids to believe things that they really shouldn't believe, who want to take control of your child's education away
I gotta
from
pee
you.
It wasn't Taylor. Okay, so it wasn't one of the presidents then.
Not so with conservative kids. Conservative kids is the way that you can teach your kids about the stuff that matters. They bring you all sorts of...
Bro, this motherfucker does ad reads on a daily basis and he still sucks at it. How is he so bad at ad reads, dude?
beautiful books. They have a great variety, a great selection.
Because he's oh my god, it literally has generic corporate like infomercial music. I mean, it's just literally like bland ass like corporatized family friendly infomercial ads you'd see at 2 a.m. He was an atheist. He might have been an atheist also. Well, there was actually a few founding fathers who were atheists, or at the very least, like agnostics or deists. So, I mean, you know, some of the like influencers, at least like some of the founding fathers, at least, you know, when it came to the Iteration of America, were atheists. I think there was legit only one clergyman who was one of the signers of the Constitution. Or the Declaration of Independence, I mean. It was, and outside of that, there was, like, you know, a couple, you know, atheists and a few deists outside of, you know, Christians and shit like that as well. You know, but nonetheless, it's like, I mean, there seemed to be at least a little bit more of a mixed influence of, you know, like, religiosity or lack thereof going on.
Conservakids.com/Shapiro. That's theconservakids.com/Shapiro. You get 15% off when you use
I'm not even...
LeBron James says things. That doesn't mean he knows things. Yeah.
Neither do you!
Will you ever be a president?
You know, all the presidents are now 100 years old, right? Like, Joe Biden is really, really old. Joe Biden is 79 years old. I'm 38, which to you guys seems like super old, right? Like, no? Okay, good. That's true.
72. My dad's 52. My dad is 48.
I'll wait until my
Oh
kids
my
are
god.
grown up. I don't want to.
Man, these kids have the same, like, fucking shit that I grew up with. Like, parents, like, kind of on the later age of their lives. I mean, when I was, like, I mean, neither of my parents, I think aside from my mom, well, hold on. Okay, by the time I was, like, 6, neither of them were in their 50s yet. So, I mean, but they're kind of getting there, but oh my god, one of the kids has a 52-year-old dad? Jesus Christ. Like, by the time he's 20, like, dad's gonna be, like, fucking damn near 70 or some shit.
As well, I have little kids. 'Cause I want to be home with my kids. My kids are super cute. I want to spend, like, a lot of time with them.
Funny thing is, you've mentioned this guy on stream before. Really? Huh. So why am I forgetting this guy?
I'm gonna admit that he's gonna run for president.
If he wanted to be president, he would probably be it tomorrow, but he just talks about it.
Raise your hand if you want Trump to be president. That means you as well. I want you to be president.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Why are the people angry at the government?
It's kind of, I mean, it is kind of sad to see, like, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just fucking kids, you know, they're gonna change their minds regardless, but
Yeah.
it still is kind of sad to see how much.
It's honestly, I'm cringing not really at the kids, but just at the fact that I can just really just, like, see the political, like, bents of their parents in what they're saying, because honestly, they don't really have any real fucking thoughts on the shit. They really don't. Like, that's why I'm not really saying anything to them, really, and the kids and what they're saying. You know, it's just like, they're kids. It's not that big of a deal. Like, by the time they're, like, 18, their politics have probably totally changed. Like, you know, and honestly, by the time they're my age, you know, even from 18, their shit will totally be changed from then. Like, I mean, I definitely, you know, was, you know, at least to some extent indoctrinated into, you know, some right-leaning beliefs and shit. I mean, I partially grew up in a Christian household, so it's just like, yeah, I mean, there definitely, you know, was some to a certain extent, but, I mean, look at me now. You know, so it's like, even though Ben's trying, he's, you know, he's not really gonna get him with this. Like, honestly, if any of these kids become conservative, I highly doubt it's because fucking Ben Shapiro showed up to their school one day. Like, honestly. It's just funny seeing, you know, Ben just attempt to try to indoctrinate these kids, and even a couple of them are clapping back at him. So, if anything, I'm just more amused at Ben more than anything with this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna play a little more, but I don't know if I should keep going with it. I need to go work soon anyway, so I won't be able to finish it anyway.
You can't occur.
Taken away from the children.
Oh, yeah, dude, this is... It just shows, like, you either become a dummy who just, like, votes the party line and doesn't really think about it at all, think about these things at all, or you fucking stumble across the Hasanabe broadcast originally as a hater, and you're like, oh, fuck this guy, I hate this guy. You come in to just, like, shit on me, and then you realize, like, wait a minute, maybe I like this guy, actually. I think he has some good ideas, and, you know, maybe he's a funny, charismatic individual. You know, I'm gonna actually
Contact
pay attention to this guy, and then you find yourself becoming a socialist, and that's fine. That's cool as well.
Absolutely grew up for our beliefs, but ended up flame leftist.
And then
exactly, contact theory.
9 months later, you're like, I'm actually more leftist than he is, and fuck him. He is a counter-revolutionary. He is a revisionist, disgusting revisionist, and I hate him.
How dare he?
Straight away from the
Thomas
principled
Paine
application of Marxism.
Oh, T-Pain, Thomas Paine. Oh yeah, that's who you were trying to fucking find. Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, Thomas Paine. Yeah, I learned about that guy in high school because of my government class.
And then you try to become an influencer, but it's not working out for you. So then you just, like, become more and more reactionary every fucking day.
Honestly, I loved my government teacher in my senior year. It was his first year teaching. Kind of a young buck. And, you know, and honestly, overall, you know, God damn it, I saw that. But, and also, you know, kind of, I could tell, just more of a left-leaning type of guy. You know, when it came to, like, oh, you know, it's like, you know, just with a lot of his type of shit, because, you know, putting out people like Thomas Paine and, you know, these different other type of figures, especially when it came to government, and saying, hey, you know, it's like, here's, you know, a lot of their documents, here's what they've said and shit, you know, it's like, because I don't want to necessarily just do some basic-ass fucking curriculum. I want to actually kind of teach you some stuff about, like, government shit a little bit, kind of get you a little start on what this stuff is about. So. But, ugh. Look off. Look at you. You're a little nutball. But, anyway. Look at you. You're a crazy little boy. But, thinking here in the bell of the fucking ship's going, you know, changing in at the coal mine. So, oh, look at you. I'll let you out for a little bit, and I gotta go work. I gotta do that fun shit. Look at you, boy. You're just crazy little thing, you. Just crazy little thing, you. But, anyway, I'll call it good for now. I'll come back when I'm off work, of course, as I usually am. So, peace out for now. Fun little wake bake. Very productive. So, till then,